I am enough. Those three words, they might sound simple, maybe even small, but when you mean them, when you own them, they can break chains, they can shift atmospheres. You see, we live in a world that profits off your doubt. Every billboard, every scrolling ad, every comparison on social media is whispering to you, you need more, be more, prove more. And every time you listen to that voice, you shrink yourself a little more just to fit into somebody else's box. But let me tell you something, you were never meant to fit. You were meant to stand out. I remember back when I was just a young man from Mount Vernon, trying to find my place. I was walking into auditions, rooms full of suits, and all I could think was, do I look right, sound right, am I what they're looking for? And that kind of thinking, it'll eat you alive from the inside, because you start handing out permission slip, asking people to validate what God already approved. One day, I walked into a room for a reading, and I was stiff, man, so caught up in trying to be what I thought they wanted. And this older actor pulled me aside and said, hey, stop pretending to be something. Just be. What you bring to this world, no one else can. And from that day forward, I stopped shrinking. Because the truth is, you don't need to look like them, talk like them, or walk like them. You just need to walk like you. You don't need 1 million followers to be worthy. You don't need a title, a degree, or a spotlight to be enough. Being enough doesn't mean you've reached some final form. It means you're worthy while becoming. It means you matter in the middle of the mess, in the climb, in the broken pieces still coming together. Look in the mirror tomorrow and say it like you mean it, with fire, with heart, with the kind of faith that shakes off doubt like dust. Say it until your inner critic gets quiet. Say it until your past stops trying to rewrite your future. Say I am enough, because you are, you always were. You just forgot for a moment, and I'm here to remind you, I have a purpose. You gotta let that sink in deep. Let it echo in the places inside you that feel lost, feel small, feel like they don't belong. Because purpose, it ain't just a buzzword. It's not a poster on a classroom wall or something you stumble into on accident. Nah, purpose is deliberate, it's divine. It's the reason your heart keeps beating when everything in your life tried to shut it down. I remember sitting in my mother's beauty shop when I was just a boy, legs swinging off the chair, not a care in the world. And this old woman looks at me, eyes like fire, voice steady like a preacher. And she says, young man, you're gonna travel the world and speak to millions. I laughed. I thought she was just macking conversation. But let me tell you, that woman saw something I didn't yet see in myself. That's purpose. It doesn't always show up with flashing lights or a neon sign. Sometimes it whispers through people, through pain, through quiet conviction. See, your purpose isn't always about a job title or a spotlight. It's not about whether you're holding a mic or holding a mop. You could be teaching kids, building houses, writing books, raising a child, healing a heart. Don't let the world's definition of success convince you you're not already walking in purpose. Purpose is that pull in your gut that says, this matters. It's the fire in your belly when you're doing something that makes time disappear. It's the feeling you get when you help someone and nobody sees it, but you feel full, like your soul just exhaled, and you want to know something. Purpose isn't something you have to go find way out there. It's already in you. It's been waiting on you to believe in it. It's in your story, in your scars, in the things you've survived that others didn't. Don't you ever think those battles were random? They prepared you. They carved you into the kind of person who can carry the weight of impact. You didn't wake up today by accident. You're here because you still got work to do. There's a reason your eyes opened this morning. A reason breath filled your lungs. You may not know the full plan, but that doesn't mean there ain't one. Walk like you've been sent. Talk like there's legacy in your voice. Move like someone out there is waiting on what only you can give. Say it, I have a purpose. Say it louder than your fear, louder than your doubt, louder than the voice that tells you to quit. Because when you believe it, everything starts to change. I forgive myself. Now that one. That's heavy, isn't it? Because it's easy to talk about dreams, easy to preach purpose, but forgiveness, especially toward yourself, that's where the real work lives. That's where the mirror becomes a battlefield. See, we've all got a highlight reel we show the world, the smiles, the suits, the wins, but behind that, there's a back room nobody else sees. Regrets tucked away like old boxes we don't want to open. Mistakes we replay like a sad song we can't stop humming. Maybe it was the thing you said you can't unsay, the thing you lost, the person you hurt, the path you didn't take, and every day you carry it around like a backpack full of bricks, trying to outrun the weight of your own guilt. But hear me now, you can't move forward dragging shame like a shadow. I remember a moment in my life where I felt like I'd let people down, like I'd missed something I was supposed to catch. I stayed up nights rewinding that tape, trying to change the ending in my head. And one day, I heard a still, small voice that said, "You can't heal what you won't let go." And I wept, not because I was weak, but because I finally realized that holding on to pain doesn't make you stronger, it makes you stuck. Forgiveness, it's not about forgetting. It's not pretending it didn't happen. It's about saying, that was me then, this is me now, and I will not be defined by my worst moment. You're gonna stumble. You're gonna fall. You're gonna say the wrong thing, trust the wrong people, mess up the plan. That doesn't mean you're broken. It means you're human. And if God can forgive you, who are you to keep punishing yourself? You wouldn't speak to your best friend the way you speak to yourself. You wouldn't hold their face in your hands and say, "You're a failure, you're not worthy." So why do you say it to your own soul? You've done the best you could with what you had. You've grown, you've learned, you've paid the price, and now it's time to lay that burden down. Say it softly if you have to, whisper it if it hurts, "I forgive myself." Then say it again, louder, until your past gets quiet, until the shame loosens its grip, until peace finds its way back home inside you, because you can't receive the future with your fists full of yesterday. Open your hands, let it go. You're not what you did, you're what you choose now. Now I want you to think about everything we've said today. 9 truths, 9 declarations, 9 reminders of who you are and what you carry. Not because the world told you, but because you decided. Every day you wake up with a choice. You can let life happen to you, or you can speak into your life with purpose, with clarity, with power, because words shape reality. And when you speak these truths over yourself, you don't just change how you feel, you change what you expect. You shift your atmosphere. Let the world throw its noise, its pressure, its doubt. You speak life. You speak strength. You speak faith. I am enough. I have a purpose. I forgive myself. And on and on. You plant those seeds every morning and watch what grows. Let this be the day you stop waiting for someone else to name your worth. Let this be the moment you decide to believe in yourself the way your future is begging you to. You are the author. You are the vessel. You are the fire. So talk to yourself like you matter. Because you do. And every time the doubt creeps back in, you meet it with truth. You stand tall. You speak clear. You say, "Not today. I know who I am. Now go walk in it. Go live like you mean it. And don't just change your life. Be the reason someone else changes theirs." Let's go.